Congo-Brazzaville government has denied claims of a coup attempt against President Denis Nguesso. He's been in office for almost 4 decades. Reports surfaced on social media suggesting that the army tried to remove the 79-year-old from power, but Nguesso was participating in the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly when the rumors emerged yesterday. Researcher and political commentator Dr Junior Kasongo joins us now for more on that story. Good to have you, Doc, and thank you very much for your time. Fictitious information they are suggesting. How serious is the claim?
Okay, at the moment it's too early to determine how serious it is, but it's certainly a warning due to the fact that there is turmoil happening in Francophone African nations. So it's a clear warning, and I'm sure the government in place will have to think carefully how they move forward with those rumors or claims of coup d'etat. Certainly,
if the claim is to be believed, it means there could be some kind of sense, especially on the military side, that the president might not be doing what needs to be done for the nation.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this discontent, as you mentioned rightly, it's been there for 4 decades, and there is still issues that are unresolved. And let me remind you that some 2 years ago, there was another coup led by General Nyangamwala, who has been arrested. So there were signs of it could have been predicted because of discontent and the fact that it's been there for a long time, and it represents the status quo, and there's a clear need for change.
So Nguesso has been president, I read somewhere, I think 38 years, if I'm not correct. You will rectify me there. But this is his 4th consecutive term. He won the last vote with 88.5%. Was that a reflection of the will of the popularity that he has, or could there be something else at play there?
He is certainly popular in some regions, but I wouldn't say everywhere, because, as I said, he is a man who has been there for a long time. He's a man who has been involved in civil war. Clearly, there's a section of the population that is who is not happy about him being in power. So that's something that he has not addressed. And because election, I mean, we know the realities in certain African countries that elections are not always a true reflection. So I wouldn't say 8%. It looks more like a score when, it's not. I'm not saying that it's not popular, but I wouldn't describe it as a clear reflection of his popularity. No.
Yeah. Coming into power in 1997, after of course, having being taken out briefly, but it's reported that it was even then through a bloody civil war in which he was backed by the Angolan troops. Does he still have that backing?
It's hard to say, but what is certain is no one in Central Africa would want to not be friends with Angola. Okay, so it's just strategically, it'll be wrong for Congo DRC or Congo-Brazzaville or any other Central African Republic to go against Angola, because Angola is a superpower in the region. So I mean, it is in his own interest to get on well with Angola. So whether Angola supports Nguesso at the moment, it's difficult to say, but Angola has its own issues, of course, but it has been able to change Dos Santos to another leader, but that hasn't happened in Congo-Brazzaville. So the question is how long Angola will be prepared to support Nguesso. I guess as long as their interests are aligned, then of course they can work together. But how long, that's another question that we'll have to see in the future years.
Lots of allegations and complaints. I mean, others around the president's son, accused of laundering $50 million. There are talks of the power cuts affecting business. his appointments in government being questioned. How is the government handling all these allegations?
I think it's just the government tend to be in denial because clearly there are issues around corruption, mismanagement, cover-ups, all issues that have been there and they are still there. And I'm afraid to say that the government is just finding ways of covering this up. But there's clearly discontent, and how long are they going to cover this mismanagement and corruption up? So at some point, it's going to come up, and it is coming up by different sources. And at this point, we till get to a certain boiling point, and then you start having armed groups taking arms, to fight the government. So we hope it won't come to that. But it will be good if the government can at least acknowledge their failings and trying to fix the problems.
Doc, appreciate your time. Thank you very much for coming on. Dr. Kasongo Jr., DRC, a researcher and a political commentator there.